Welcome back, lovelies. Today I'll be taking you through a quick 10-minute class just to introduce some movement to the body. Feel free to keep any layers or socks on like I have to keep yourself warm and cozy. And then making your way to a tabletop position, starting off with some core work today. So completely relax the core, so you might have a slight arch in the spine. Then pull the belly button back, see if you can take that arch away. A few more times, drop the belly before engaging the belly button back towards the spine. Dropping it down and engaging. Taking these a few more times, just see what it feels like to find that neutral position of the spine as you engage the core, compared to when you just allow yourself to completely relax and dump into the lower spine. Keeping the belly pulled back, release the left hand up towards the ceiling, open the chest, and then release the left hand to the lower back. Take an inhale, see if you can open the chest a little bit more. Exhale, round that shoulder down. Inhale, opening up. Exhale, rounding. Inhaling and exhaling. Last one. Inhale and exhale. Really nice. And then release that left hand back up towards the ceiling. Open it one last time before placing the left hand onto the mat. Go into the right. Take an inhale, reach that right hand up, open the chest before placing the hand on the lower back. Exhaling, close that shoulder. Take the same movement you just took on the left side here. So inhaling to open and then exhaling to close. Taking this modified cat-cows. After your last one, releasing that hand up towards the ceiling, have one last opening of the chest before placing that right hand back onto the mat. Coming up with the hands on your inhale, they come overhead, interlace the fingers. Exhale, sink the hips back down towards the feet, release the hands in front of you. Inhale, coming up, push the hips forward. Exhale, sinking back down. Inhale up, arms come up and over, maybe a slight back bend. Exhale, sit back down. Inhaling and exhaling. And again, inhale and exhale. Inhale, coming up, and then bringing the hands towards the hips. Reach the right leg towards the top of the mat, turning the left leg in so you can place the left hand on the floor. Right hand reaches up and over. You're in this side bend, and maybe even think about pushing the hips forward so you can come into a back bend. Releasing the hand in front of you on your inhale, it comes down, back and up. On your exhale, taking these circles with the arms. This might feel quite nice, especially if you've been at a desk all day, introducing some movement to the shoulder. After your last one, hold the arm at the top, maybe even push those hips a little bit further forward. And then release that top hand down towards the hip. Swivel the legs round so you're facing towards the top of your mat and your half split. Flex the front toes. Place the hands down and then shuffle the body to the outside edge of that right leg. You should feel this all the way down the outside edge of that leg. Enjoying this stretch. Take one last breath before returning the torso to center. Keep going so you end back in that side bend. One breath. Then release the body down so you can find the sit bones. The left leg comes in towards the thigh of the right leg. Reach those hands up overhead. As you exhale, bring the left hand towards the right leg. The right hand comes behind us for a twist. Trying to keep that front leg flexed if you can. Sitting nice and tall in the torso. Using the exhales to twist a little bit deeper. One last deep breath. Taking an inhale, reach those hands back up overhead. A little bit of core work, extend the left leg out in front of you as you bring the right leg in towards the body. If it doesn't quite make it there, use the hands to bring it in a little bit closer. Before exhaling and twisting to the opposite side, this time the right hand comes to the outside edge of the left leg. Left hand comes behind the body. Take one last breath here. Before unraveling the spine. Really nice. Then shuffle that right foot underneath the left so you can lift up onto the shin, extending the left leg towards the top of the mat, taking that side bend on the opposite side. Once you're there, sweeping the arm down, back and up. Using the inhales as the arm comes down, exhales as it comes overhead. And again. Last one. Hold in here for a moment, maybe even push those hips a little bit closer. And then releasing the body so you're finding that half split facing the front of your mat. Walking the hands round so they're on the outside edge of that left leg. Again, keeping the left toes flexed if you can and if that's comfortable in the body. Before bringing the torso back to a neutral position and then keep going to that side bend. Maybe push those hips forward a little bit more. One last opening of the chest. Before sinking those hips down, finding your sit bones, release the feet out in front of you. Bring the soles of the feet as wide as the mat. Placing the hands behind you, fingertips facing away from the body, and then sweep the knees over towards the left hand side. Take a moment here. Bring them back through center, go over to the right. And let's take some windscreen wiper type movement. So just keep sweeping the knees from side to side. Releasing any tension in the hips, allowing them to feel oiled again. Doesn't matter if your bum is shifting closer towards the feet, just allow that to happen. It's where we're going anyway. And then coming up with the torso, pausing any movements, aiming to bring that right ankle across the left thigh. Feel free to move that left leg forward if you need to allow that to happen. Before shifting the sit bones as close to that left heel as you can. Keep allowing that right leg to drop out so the knee is coming further away from the body, lifting up through the chest as much as you can. If this is too intense, just shift the bum away from the heel slightly so the leg isn't as close into the body. Keep lifting through the chest, try not to collapse down. One last breath. Before maybe starting to take some rocks from side to side here. This is optional, so if you prefer to stay stationary, absolutely fine. Gently release that right leg off of the left and let's go the opposite way. So this time the left ankle is resting on the right thigh. Have a play around with the position here. You may want to shift the sit bones closer towards the heel, maybe a little further away. Once you have, lifting up through the chest, engage in the left glute so the knee can fall away further from the body. Being mindful to keep that left foot flexed to protect the knee. And then if you've done so on the other side, start to take those gentle rocks from side to side. Otherwise, stay in where you were, sitting nice and tall in the torso. And eventually releasing that left leg off of the right. Come into a comfortable seated position, whatever that means for you today. Close the eyes now. Let's take a moment just to end this practice. Return back to your normal breathing. Eventually bringing those hands together at heart center, maybe even having a gentle push together before bowing the head down